It's a little bit of the waiting game today. We do have Microsoft and Meta behind us, but Amazon and Apple earnings are after the close today. And then, of course, the big non-farm payroll report tomorrow morning. Today, the S&Ps had a pretty wide range, up 55 to down a little bit, back up 35 and flat. Both the S&P and the Nasdaq did hit intraday records earlier today before pulling back. And this morning we got the PCE index, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, and it rose 0.3% last month. That's the biggest increase in 4 months. And the 12-month rate of inflation climbed to 2.6% from 2.4%. And there could be some delayed effects of higher U.S. tariffs that are beginning to filter through the economy. And that certainly may play into what the Fed does in the future. And the Fed could still cut rates, but probably only if the labor market weakens a bit or if the rise in inflation, which is tied to tariffs, kind of ebbs a little bit. The median estimate for non-farm payrolls tomorrow, 115,000. If that is the actual increase in the number, it'll mark a decrease relative to last month. It'll also be below the trailing 12-month average of near 151,000. Earlier this morning, initial jobless claims rose by 1,000 to 218,000, and claims remain well below the 237,000 average that we saw in May and in June. And the number of people already collecting unemployment benefits, that's the continuing claims number, that's 1.95 million. That was unchanged. It has risen sharply, but now relatively stable. CME option data, well, there was an uptick yesterday and today in ES futures and options volume overall. E-mini Nasdaq short-term option call volume, we are seeing that spiking over the last few days. Today's end of month expiring in the ES 62.95 puts, 64.50 calls, very heavy volume, along with tomorrow's 63.50 puts and 64.50 calls. Today's expiring Nasdaq, the NQ end of month, 23,420 puts, very large volume. In Bitcoin and the CME, Bitcoin remains fairly range bound. It's right around 118,500 today. And data coming from the CME, micro E-mini equity futures contracts had an average daily volume of over 3.4 million contracts in the second quarter. That's up 43% from last year's second quarter. And micro E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures, 2025 average daily volume reached a record and accounts for 53% of the entire E-mini future suite at CME.